Do you have any, just on that, Mercy, do you have any specific kind of stories and, just examples, I suppose, that you can share of, real stories of real farmers that you know that have benefited through being part of the program and what that impact has been? Obviously, we understand the farming impact. We understand the removal of carbon, the soil health, all of these things, but just the economics of it as well. Do you have any good examples of that and how it's impacted farmers and their families?
Sure, Matt. We've said that the benefits of biochar are already known and the farmers on the ground are seeing it. But now there is this other extra benefit that comes with the extra coin. This extra coin that the farmers in our carbon credit exercise, the 400 that we are working with right now, those 400 farmers have given their testimonies, their stories of how biochar, through biochar life, has changed their lives for the better. I could go and maybe mention all the 400 farmers, but I'm now limited to a few. I'll only highlight the few cases that will represent the benefits that the 400 farmers have seen. For instance, we have this one farmer. She's called Josephine Engefu. Josephine Engefu is one of the farmers in our carbon credit. And during our last year's production, Josephine Engefu was expectant. She was expecting a child. And she could work. And even at times, we used to tell her that when you are almost getting the delivery time, we will not allow you to do this because we don't want to interfere with the future generation that you are about to give us. Luckily enough, in the after our last production, we had a break. But when she was paid for the carbon credits, it came at an opportune time. And she testified that that particular money helped her with her maternity delivery and medication. And in fact, she calls her baby. I don't know if I'm allowed to say the name that she has given to the baby. Should I mention the name of the baby?
I don't think it's a problem mentioning the name of the baby. I'm sure I can't see why
She
there's an
calls
issue with that, but
the
as long as
baby is
she's
called
fine.
Dr. Mike. The baby is called Dr. Michael Sheffer.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
for people who are, well, actually well, let me explain for people who are watching and do not know what that name means. So Michael founded Warm Heart founded Biochar Life. Michael is, I suppose, the pioneer within our organization for teaching these communities to make biochar and has been doing it for, I don't know, probably between 10 and 15 years, right? So I know Michael is very well known and very well respected, but I didn't quite realize that well respected where babies are being named after him. So that's quite
Yeah.
a story.
So she said that she named the baby after Dr. Michael Sheffer because it is Dr. Michael Sheffer who brought biochar to them.
That's
So
awesome.
it is through that she's now getting extra coin that can help fend for her medical bills. We also have another farmer by the name Alfred Oginga. Alfred Oginga bought a bull.
Okay.
Yeah. And he said that he particularly went for a bull because a bull in its own is wealth. Yeah. So it's wealth that can appreciate. That is second testimony. We also have Mildred Otieno. Mildred Otieno bought a solar panel. Back in the village, there is no electricity. People go in the people are in the dark during the nights. if you cannot afford to buy kerosene that we use for the small, we call them koroboi. But out of the money that Mildred got from the carbon credit exercise, she managed to buy a solar panel. And let me tell you, Matt, right now, if you go to a center, there is a center called Oyuma Center where they are. You can easily see the village shining out of other villages that are in the dark, thanks to Biochar Life through the carbon credits. And I can also forget to mention another farmer by the name Pauline Anyango. The child had been sent for school fees and she's been out of school for a long time. So this fund, this extra penny that she got from Biochar Life made her kid go back to school. And in fact, to date, even though we have 2 production seasons in Kenya, even if she doesn't have that money immediately the schools open, but she can always go and tell the school principal that I will pay you at this particular time. Because she knows when she has made the biochar, used the biochar in the soil, she'll get paid and she'll take it to school. So she can, it gives her the voice to even negotiate with the principal that don't send my child away from school because after a month, I'll give you the money. If it were not for Biochar Life with the carbon credits, could she even get the voice to negotiate with the principal? No. So, Matt, as I said, I can mention several testimonies, but allow me to stop at 4. Or should
That's
I go
cool.
on and tell
No,
you more?
that's you could, we could even maybe do another session where you just talk about testimonies, but I think 4 is enough. And we also list, I know a number of them on our website actually, so some of those I knew about. We don't have the Dr. Michael Schaefer one, which maybe we should list that, but we might have to ask. Now I knew why you were asking permission before. But look, these are great stories, not things I haven't heard, but things that always are good to hear, and I think it's such an important part of the work. So